Today on my channel, Planner Friends, we are going to create in here. This is a prayer journal, and I filled up my gratitude journal. That's done. So I need to set up a new one. And we're going to focus on a verse from the Gospel of Matthew. And I am going to give you homework, if you can imagine that. So please join me, Faith and Planner Friends. Stay tuned. Hello, Planner Friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm One Crafty Dolo, and I'm very happy you're here with me today. Thank you. Thank you for taking your time and spending it with me. On Sundays on my channel, it's always about Jesus, faith studies, Bible studies, prayer journaling, and I always have a funky mug of tea with me because that's how we roll. Today, I want you to put on your creative hat. I want you to grab something to drink, coffee, tea, lemonade, sweet tea, and I want you to come back and let's talk faith and let's talk more creativity. You'll have to excuse my little cat. She's a little demanding diva, if you will. Today, what I want to do, there's a particular verse I want to focus on, and I want to get into here and explain what I'm doing. So first off, let me read the verse to you. It's Matthew 5:16. Let your light shine before men in such a way that they may see your good deeds and moral excellence and glorify your Father who is in heaven. Let your light shine. Isn't that a good one, friends? So today, what I need to do, this is my prayer journal. It's an Erin Condren petite planner, daily planner. And so we're heading into August. Today is actually Thursday, the 25th. So I'm almost done this month. The second section here is for like writing, sermon notes, things like that. And then the third section, excuse me, is it was this gratitude journal I found from Erin Condren. They no longer make it. It was on Mercari, and so I picked it up and I finished it, except, okay, so I didn't write in it this past week. I finished it on the 20th, but I'm still working on these end pieces. I have a 6-month reflection to do here, and then I have to look at the next 6 months. I did a journal recently on why I did a video on journaling and why I have so many journals. And I said to you, I don't just spend time in my house journaling all the time. I do have a life, so I have to catch up in here. But truthfully, I need the time to really think about, okay, 6 months reflection, my favorite moments, things I learned, ways I've grown, observations, next 6 months, things to improve on, things to focus on, looking forward to, goals and intentions. I've got to really give that some thought. So we're going to put that aside, and I decided to use, I had purchased these previously and I hadn't used them. So I decided to use one of these because I think A, it physically fits into this journal. B, I have them and they don't make these anymore. I can skulk around on Mercari, but right now I just filmed a video, I guess, it's dropping tomorrow about my Amazon Prime Day planner haul. So no spending, no bueno. Okay, no more. So I decided that we're going to talk about letting your light shine and what that means. And I'm just going to do some creativity in here. I was still debating up to the point of filming. Do I want to do this? This is a 6-month planner. And it's pretty structured, as you can see, every day. Then you've got monthly goals here. And then there's this, which is just dot grid. And honestly, I think I'm just going to try the dot grid. What I liked about this, there were a few things I liked in this. You didn't have to do it every day, so you could skip days or whatever days. It did have prompts, beautiful things about today, people I enjoy, how I was creative, how I stretched myself, how I challenged myself. This would be a little more freestyling, certainly. Now, if I were to use this, again, it's more structured. I'm not so sure about that. This is less structured, gives me more room. I'm not sure, but you know what? Let's try it. So what I did is I always come on here. Okay, sorry, you can't see this to my right. I have my tote bag on the floor next to my bookcase, and the little cat, to get my attention, is in there. Have cats, they said. It'll be fun, they said. So what I did is I just went through, you can see this pretty, isn't this so pretty, this vellum? It's got flowers, it's roses. So I dragged that out. I also dragged this other vellum that is a little thing there. It's just dots. And then I went through and dragged out some papers. I also have some stencils over here, so I got to figure out what I'm doing exactly. These are from the old Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Garden District collection, and I might use them. I don't know. Oh, and I found these. These were embellishments I'd picked up from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to start decorating, and I don't know where it's going to take us, but you know what? Let's just talk about you and your light and letting it shine. So let me get this together here and see how we're going to do this. Okay, so I just grabbed some ink, some Distress Oxide. I have speckled egg, mustard seed, and bundled sage. And I just want to look at this again. Yeah, I might go with the sage actually. So, how do you let your light shine, friends? All right, we're tasked with that. Think about this for 1 minute. I need you to be with me on this. We are told in that gospel piece, right, that we are supposed to let our light shine. What exactly does that mean? What does it mean for you in your life? What does it mean for me? I'm looking at this channel as one way I am letting my light shine. I've talked before about Psalm 100, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, and how I feel that this channel is my way of doing that. And so it's also, how do you let your light shine? And I'm going to tell you a true story. Okay. So there's a local, fairly local place I like to go, but they're only open Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. They have food. They have baked goods. They have really good baked goods. I'm a cupcake girl myself, but I'll get cinnamon rolls. I get a bunch of things there. Not a lot, but, you know, different things is what I'm trying to say. So I go in there, and I have filmed it previously. I'm probably going to go film it again. I went in there, and I did film, but I didn't like how it came out. So I'll have to go back and redo that. No problem, right? So the fellow who runs it, he says to me, "Oh, I remember you. I remember you. You're the one with the camera." And he didn't remember my name, which is fine. He's dealing with a lot more people. I'm not really eating there regularly. I'm just picking up things. And he's like, "You have an infectious smile." And I thanked him. He's so nice. Anyway, he has a chronic illness. And I do too. Okay, I have an illness called scleroderma. It's an autoimmune disease. He also has a different autoimmune disease. And he sometimes talks about it on the page, the Facebook page for this restaurant. Long story short, I said to him, "I noticed you have this and I have that." And he told me his story briefly. He gave me the abridged version. But his story is that he went into the hospital. He was sick. He has autoimmune leukemia. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. Anyway, he has it. And they told him basically, to paraphrase his life, he was done. You're done. Okay, I was looking for some adhesives. I did something my mom does. I cleaned my craft nook, and now I'm having trouble finding things. It's a family trait. So I'm just going to use some of this adhesive to stick this down again. That's great, right? Anyway, he was talking to me about his journey and how they wanted him to go on disability, and they told him he was going to have to do this and that and that and this. The long story short of it is that he said no. he said, first off, I can't live on disability. That's nothing. I'm not going to do that. And so he didn't. Instead, he found his way, and now he and his friend, they own this eatery, and they're doing really, really well. They do good things for the community. They do events, and when you go in there, at least for me, I feel like I am somehow family, and that's pretty awesome, you know. So I just wanted to share that with you because I feel like he is shining his light, and he was told his light was going to be done. He was diminished, and he said, no, it isn't. I'm going to fight. And I thought that was so beautiful. And how many times do we face these challenges, friends? Maybe you're not facing a life or death challenge, but you face challenges. I know you do. We all do. So my question, I guess, to you is, how do you let your light shine in spite of or because of the challenges you face? When the pandemic hit, I really felt scared about my health in a very visceral way that I hadn't felt in quite some time. Okay, it was really scary for me. I'd been managing my illness for decades, and of course I thought about my illness, but I didn't live a life of, oh my God, I have this illness. That's not how I was living. Well, look what happened. It was scary, and that's actually what got me started writing on Medium. I'm going to go wipe this off. So I wanted to say to you, when this all hit, I was really, really scared, and I didn't know how to approach it, and I didn't know what to do. And at a certain point, I was like, well, I'm going to have to continue putting my faith in God and, you know, see what happens. But it was a scary time, and it was an anxious-ridden time, and I had other things going on to boot. So, you know, life is never that simple where you just have one problem, right? Never. But what it helped me to see was that I started to think about, let me backtrack, about my illness, and that, well, gee, I've been living with this crazy illness for all these years. Maybe there's some purpose that I'm supposed to achieve regarding it that I haven't done yet, and that I need to really think about what my life is in terms of how I can help other people. I like that. What do you think? Yeah, I do like it. I really like it. So I use the speckled egg here, the mustard seed here, and the bundled sage there. Came out really cute. Very happy with it. And so the challenges that we face will often make those things seem harder and yet more rewarding, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And what I wanted to say to you today is that you have a light within you. Even if you don't feel it at this moment, I need you to know, I need to tell you this, your light is there. Maybe it's a little tarnished. Maybe life's diminished you a little bit. It does it to all of us. But I want you to reach in and find that light within you. That really matters to me. And this process, my sharing God, my sharing Jesus, my sharing creativity with you, is one of my ways of giving you the light within me. You don't have to do what I'm doing. We all have different talents. Maybe your light is in teaching. Maybe your light is in your family. Maybe your light is just going out every day into the world and saying, I'm going to smile. I'm going to not be fake happy, but I'm going to find the joy in myself because I deserve it. Because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139:14. I was made by a loving God, and he gave me a light, and I need to go forth with that light. Okay, I just grabbed a sticker book. I'm going to bring you up a little bit. I think it's a little Whoops, you can see I've got a mess here, but that's okay. Anyway, I want you to, I used to teach, so I'm giving you homework, friends. Your homework for this week is to think about your light. What is your light? How are you shining your light? Are you shining your light? And if you're not, I want you to think about what that means and what you can do and how you can re-find and rediscover that light within you, because you are valuable. You are made in God's image. You are made to be exactly you, the shape of your face, the curve of your nose, all of you. And in you, that light, whatever that gift is, and it could be working with children, it can be time for the elderly, again, service to your family. I'm not going to get political because things are ridiculously political and it's annoying, isn't it? But I would say this, that here's a little thing that says gratitude. And I'm going to put it right above where it says journal. Or should I put it over dotted pages? That might be, we'll put it up here for now. Anyway, my mom took care of all of us. She took care of me and my siblings. She took care of my grandparents. She worked full time. She worked more than full time. She worked and did all the things. And whether she was working in the home, out of the home, nothing diminished my mother in our life, whether she was home, working, whatever she was doing. And so I look at that, and my mom, whether it was for us, whether it was for others, my mom lived a life of service for people on behalf of our family, on behalf of others. And so she let her light shine. And I think that's really important here. Your light can be however, whatever you make it to be. It doesn't have to be mine. It doesn't. And so I hope I'm making sense here. Whatever you're doing in service to others, whether you're home, working, doing all of it, doing none of it, whether you have children, no children, whether you're, in a transitional stage in your life, this is important to know that you matter and the things you're doing matter. And I just want to share that with you today. So this week, your homework is to think about the light within you and how you're going to bring it out and let it shine onto others. How's that, friends? That's really important for me to teach you today and to share with you. And for me, part of my making a joyful noise unto the Lord is this creative space. It's really, really important to me. And so as you and I learn together, we grow together on this channel, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking ahead and being grateful to God for so many things and shining my light ahead. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do here. Boy, I've got so much stuff on this little desk of mine. Anyway, that's it for today in terms of my preachiness, but I just want you to go ahead and take time. The other thing is I want to emphasize here is I'd like you to make time for yourself, in whatever fashion that may be. Prayer, getting outside, journaling, something that's really going to set your soul, make your soul sing. Whatever that might be today, I would encourage you to take the time to do it and to live it and to spend some time loving you, because again, you matter and you matter to other people. And I'm going to end this. I think I'm done here setting this up. I was going to use all those papers and I didn't. Oh goodness. But that's okay. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? I love this space. It looks really good. It's funny, this blue looks a lot like that green, but it was the blue, so I don't understand unless, no, I grabbed the right one. So now I'm going to have to set up the days and do that. I wouldn't mind getting rid of this here. This isn't straight, so let me straighten this out. And you know what? I'll put a little adhesive on this. We have visual challenges. And you know what? We're going to cover up the dotted page. Oops. Let's cover up dotted pages. Put it underneath after all. And I should put something there, but I'm not sure today, and I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, so I have a new gratitude journal in here. I could put it in the back. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that right here in the middle. And then I'm going to start, let's see, what's today? Thursday. Yeah, I can start on a Thursday. Why not? I mean, it's a little smaller than these other journals, as you can see, but not by a lot, and it fits nicely. I love how it came out. I really do. I think, you know, I come on here with some ideas, but I'm never sure of what I'm going to do exactly. So go and shine your light, friends. I'm always here to cheer you on, to wish you the best. And if you're going through a tough season, let me know if I can pray for you in the comments. If you're going through a good season and you'd still like to be lifted up in prayer, it would be my privilege and my honor to do so. Alrighty, planner and faith friends, have a blessed week. Bye now.